by the time we get to the point where we're actually seeing these things in motion, what are they to birth?
What it will definitely give to birth is having everybody becoming sustainable. The desire of any responsible government is having that its citizenry is able to fend for themselves. I think it's high time we need to let go this little notion we have in our heads that we keep depending on the government every other day for little things. I think it's high time we start being sustainable. It's high time we need to understand that we are competing with the global base where things are working in other, economies. The question is, why isn't the same thing happening in our own places? So what Umo economics basically is trying to borrow what is workable in other economy and bringing it back home. Why do we have capital flight? Why do we have brain drain? It's because something is working somewhere else. The question is it possible for us to have a replication of that thing that happens somewhere else here in our home state? And that is what Pastor Umo is exactly going to do. So what we have, or what we intend to have, is given birth to a situation where people would no longer see reasons to want to jet out to solve their problems while they can have it back home.
If I were to put everything together in one word, I'd call it solutions driven.
Okay.
However, it's not the first time we're hearing people come into political or leadership offices and tell us they are here to bring solutions. We've heard them great, well put together speeches, well put together words, English flying here and there. Amazing. Give it 2 weeks, 3 months into office and nobody hears anything about those things anymore. Where I'm going with this conversation is, for the past 2 weeks, you and your colleague have been coming here to give us insight on what Pastor Umo Eno has in stock for Akwa Ibom State. However, I want to know why this is different. Is it going to be same old words we hear from every other person who is coming to office, or is there a blueprint laid down? There are physical and practical, empirical steps put forward to bring these things to being.
Now, let me give you a very simple example that's very understandable. It will surprise you to note that over the years, we've had executive governors who do not even stay in their home states. In fact, practically they operate from Abuja for a duration of 4 years. They operate from Abuja. Now, how do you expect as an executive governor who operates from Abuja to understand the rubrics of what happens in his home state? That is what we've had over the years from lots of executive governors. And that is the reason why we have this depletion. That's the reason why this avalanche of poverty that has eroded most states in Nigeria. But Umo Eno, the executive governor of Akwa Ibom State, is someone we believe in, whom we want to believe that is here to stay. So it's not a matter of him maybe going to represent the state while staying in another place. So he is home. He wants to remain home. He wants to understand what the people are going through. He wants to feel the breath of the people. He wants to understand their pains. He wants to be part of the pain. There's a difference, like you would agree with me, the difference between sympathy and empathy. All this while we've had leaders who are sympathetic. How many of such leaders are empathetic? And that is basically what Umo Economics is bringing to the table. And that is what the personality of Pastor Umo Eno is equally bringing to bear.